scenarios, and more. Phillips got them both. 2 seconds remaining in the quarter. Inbound to Price. Gets it away from half court. And just short. Utah plus 10 on Denver in the second quarter, plus 12 on the Nuggets in the third. And they have a 16-point lead on the Nuggets. Denver with just 20 third-quarter points, the fewest of any quarter this series. Utah in command, heading to the fourth, trying to go up 2-1 in this best-of-7 first-round playoff series.
Back in Salt Lake City, the Jazz have opened up a big lead on Denver. Coach, as a player and as a longtime coach, how can you feed off it when a team starts to lose their composure like Denver has?
Well, we still want to push the ball up the floor, try to be as aggressive as possible so we can get an easy shot, maybe an early break. Darren's doing a good job pushing the ball for us. If we don't have that, we try to execute.
How do you describe the impact your bench has had tonight for this game?
Well, they played very well. They didn't make any mistakes, hardly. They didn't turn the basketball over, and that's really a big key to us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Utah shooting lights out after 32% shooting in the first quarter. They're now at 50% for the game. Their bench has been outstanding as Smith misses the three and Millsap the rebound. And Denver starting the fourth quarter with Phillips and Anthony on the bench, down 16. Are you surprised by that?
Well, you have to give Chauncey a little bit of a rest at some point. I think right now Adrian Dantley's going to go with this unit, and this thing's either going to be over where you won't see Chauncey Billups again tonight, or maybe they make a little bit of a run and then Chauncey gets a little bit of a rest so we can finish the game. But Carmelo with 5 fouls, you got to start him out to start the quarter and see what happens here the first 3-4 minutes. See if these reserves can give him a lift. J.R. Smith just unfortunately cannot get it going at all. He's the key guy right now for the Nuggets.
So Anthony and both Afflalo with 5 fouls now, but Afflalo will stay on the court. Shot clock down to 3. Millsap. Beautiful move, and he is 11 of 12 on the night from the field. A playoff career-high 22 points for Millsap.
He has just been too quick for Chris Anderson and Kenya Martin and Nene all night long. Whenever he's had single coverage, he ends up at the rim.
There's Smith to Afflalo. Knocks down the 3 from the corner.
It's a big shot. And again, when you're trying to come back on the road in the playoffs, it always comes back to the same thing, and that is you've got to get some stops, secure some defensive rebounds. Even if you don't get transition, you at least have to stop taking the ball out of the net.
Miles off the screen into the lane, hangs but can't finish. And Pacinko with the offensive rebound, can't put it back. Millsap got to it. Pacinko missing again, and then off his knee out of bounds. And now Chauncey Billups back on the court, 90 seconds into the fourth.
That's about the first thing all night that hasn't gone right for Pacinko or Millsap. Everything they've done has turned to gold. That time Pacinko had a couple of opportunities, couldn't get him to drop. Now Denver's got to make him pay.
Yeah, between the two of them, they've got 3 combined misses, and 2 of them were on that possession as Anderson is fouled. First on Utah in the quarter. Give Millsap just his second personal foul.
But that's the kind of foul you want to take. I mean, he made sure Chris Anderson was not going to get his arms up where he could get that ball anywhere near the rim and potentially have a 3-point play. Now he's got to go to the line and earn a couple.
And Williams and Boozer back out there for the Jazz.
Yeah, Jerry Sloan is sitting there saying, okay, 14, 13 maybe after this foul shot. I'm not taking any chances as this thing gets down to single digits, and now Chauncey Billups and Carmelo come back in the game maybe to make a run. He wants to get his 2 stars back in the game right now to try to take control.
Anderson got them both. Still a ton of time left. And again, Denver, one of the highest scoring teams in the NBA, but so is Utah. So to your point, Nuggets have to continue to get stops. Down 13, Boozer. Falling away over Nene. Rebound Smith. Good defense by Williams. Williams on the other end finds Boozer. We saw Adrian Dantley with a stare at J.R. Smith after the turnover on one end. Phillips to Anderson.
Yeah, well, J.R. Smith was just sloppy with the basketball last time, just playing with it, loses it, and gives up a layup in transition to the Jazz, but they come right back. Nice execution on the pick and roll for Chris Anderson.
Here's Korver off the screen. Rarely does he miss when he's got that much room.
Well, and the two times in the first half that Denver jumped out on him, the big guy, to keep him from getting that jump shot, he just dumped it down at Pasenko for a couple of easy layups. That time they decided to trail him, and he got a wide-open jump shot. One of the better shooters we have in this league coming off down screens.
Williams an open three. Breaks it in! That's the worst made shot of the year for Darren Williams, but he'll take it because Utah's up 18. Steal by Williams. It's a 20-point game. Carmelo's ready to check back in, but it might be too late for Denver. I guess it's Utah's night, huh? Jazz by 20 in the fourth. Utah trying to go up 2-1 in the series on Denver, leading by 20 here in the fourth as we look at our Shrek the Final Chapter 3D storyline. Carmelo Anthony with 20 points, but foul trouble for the second straight game. He fouled out late in game 2. And on the bench here in the fourth quarter because he's got 5 fouls here in game 3. Paul Millsap has missed one shot the entire game, and that wasn't it. 12 rebounds as well for Millsap as Utah has outscored Denver by 16 here in the second half. Darren Williams is heated up. He's got 20 points now at just 5 at the break. Carlos Boozer has 15 points now. He had 4 at halftime. Lawson for 3. Anderson gets the rebound. Here's Anthony. And Millsap with a rebound.
13th rebound, and he has just eaten up anything that's come his way on both glasses.
Here's Williams over Lawson. Darren Williams now with 22, and the lead is 22 for Utah. 10 assists as well for Williams. Utah doesn't get back, and Lawson gets an easy 2.
Yeah, it's just a breakdown defensively. After the bucket, you relax. Here comes Ty Lawson. He's end-to-end as fast as anybody in this league right now, and he goes right back out and splits the seam. He's at the rim before you can even blink.
Korver got Anderson up in the air. Shot clock at 3. Here's Miles. His 3 blocked by Anthony, and a shot clock violation. Denver, normally a great offensive team with 8 turnovers and 8 field goals, as you see Williams coming off the screen.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Darren Williams. Jerry Sloan was talking about it before the game. The great thing about him is he can just convert over to a 2-guard anytime he wants to because he's got the size and the scoring ability. And that time, that's exactly what he became. Went down to the baseline. That's a typical single-double type setup where you can choose to come off a double screen or a single screen either side. And he just came off, turned it, shot that as pure as a guy like Kyle Korver coming off of that screen. And then he can also be that lead guard that you need most of the game to get guys involved.
Back-to-back fouls on Utah. We got C.J. Miles for his 4th foul. Williams picked up the other one. Scott Foster says a non-shooting foul. Wes Matthews back on the floor. If you look at this roster for Utah, Kirilenko out with the Cavs. Okur out since game 1 with a ruptured Achilles. Kirilenko said he could come back if the series goes 6 or 7 of the way Utah's playing tonight. It may not get that far, but you got Matthews, undrafted, Millsap a 2nd rounder, Miles a 2nd rounder. Millsap, a second rounder, as Anthony misses. Yet Utah's blowing out a very good offensive team.
It's just energy and effort and execution. I mean, that's what it comes down to with this group. Everybody knows their role in this team. They have great chemistry. They might be the best passing team in the entire NBA. Everyone touches the ball, it changes sides of the floor, and guys are comfortable that they can come in and play their game and contribute.
Nikola Boozer is a star. He was a second rounder. Of course, it helps when you have Darren Williams as the orchestrator of your offense. Williams was the third pick in 2005, and a lot of people thought he was the best point guard in the NBA during the regular season.